Now it's time for our celebrity at 2:45. Former England football player and father of two, Emile Heskey. He swapped the pitch for a powerful new campaign aiming to keep students safe as they head off to university. And there are plenty around the Midlands doing just that. But before we get into that, let's talk football, fatherhood and Freshers Week safety. Afternoon to you, Emile.
Afternoon. Can I just correct you there? I'm father of 7, not 2.
Oh, I'm really sorry. We should have checked that out. Wow, father of 7. Whoa. So sorry, Emile. They're supposed to read the cue to you before we speak. Right, we'll do that again. No problem. 4
boys, 3 girls.
Wow, that's a football team in itself.
Yeah, okay. 7 aside.
Hey. Right, now it's time for our celebrity at 2:45. Former England football player and father of many children, father of 7 actually, it's Emile Heskey. He has swapped the pitch for a powerful new campaign aiming to keep students safe as they head off to university. Afternoon to you, Emile.
Afternoon, how are you doing?
Well, how are you doing, father of 7? Have you got any time to do anything?
Yeah, I've got big ones and I've got younger ones as well, so I've mixed it up a little bit.
That's lovely, like we all do, don't we? I've had 2 that I've given birth to, but I'm a mother of another 3. So
yeah, busy.
Well, look, very busy. And you know what? Before we talk about freshers and stuff, I must admit, I remember being a young assistant producer on Match of the Day, and my boss said, right, there's this lively 17-year-old. He's coming on for Leicester City against, I think it was QPR. Go and do some editing. And you were fantastic.
Yeah, it was a crazy one, actually. I remember that day. We had sickness in the camp, and I was one of probably 3 available strikers at the time. I just turned 17, March 95. So yeah.
Yes. Oh goodness. Oh well, you took the world by storm, which is absolutely fantastic. So you weren't far off what we're talking about now in terms of students. Tell us about this campaign to keep them safe.
Yeah, so it's the student safety app. Obviously, it was born out of the tragedy that happened in Nottingham, where and obviously I've been a parent of teenagers. I was a 19 and a 17-year-old, and at times you think when they're leaving the house, and mine unfortunately playing football, but when they're leaving the house going to study, and university is supposed to be there for learning. Enjoyment, experiences, meeting different people, and going exploring the world. And obviously, sometimes it can be dangerous out there. So this was born out of that. A family friend came to me with this idea that is his daughter, when she was going to university, came up with, because the research from the student safety app, 1 in 3 felt unsafe. Whether it was on campus or in the city that they were going to university in. 1 in 4 experienced harassment, theft, and assault. So, and then it's understanding where to report it, and a lot of them don't know, and it's not as clear as you might think it should be. So this was just this was born out of that, and it's just a quick, easy, and discreet way of reporting what's going on around you, and not only on campus but in the city as well.
Absolutely. And we all remember that awful killing of Barnaby, Webber, Grace O'Malley, and also the caretaker who was also killed as well. I mean, look, it is a worry, isn't it, for parents? They are worried. Everyone's worried about any sort of safety, but particular student safety. Those stats that you've just read out, that's shocking.
Yeah, it is. But again, it's about making them aware. These are really exciting and important times for kids going and fleeing the nest. Really, sometimes it's the first time they've actually left the house, left the home, left being under the guide of their parents, and they're going to make friends. So it's nice to form a community on a student safety app that allows everyone to stay safe, and not only on the campus but in and around the city. It's free for the university, so I don't see why they shouldn't put themselves in on it as well, sign up to it, and it makes sense to have a one-stop shop that you can talk with each other. You can then start guiding each other to where is safe and where it's not.
And that's really important. That's what all parents and grandparents and carers want to know, that their children are safe. Also, just moving a bit away from this to football, obviously, you've had your own experiences, of racism and harassment on the pitch. We only heard last week that a couple of clubs in our region are having to deal with this. Can you believe that it's still going on?
I don't think it will be terminated until there's real serious repercussions. And I think that might deter it. At this moment in time, there's no real deterrent, isn't there? You look on social media. Was it during the World Cup or the Euros? Jess Carter had the problem where she's then struggling to actually go out and play. And unfortunately, it's still there, and I can't see it going away for a while.
So what needs to be done? Stricter enforcement on fans, Emile? Yeah,
I think stricter enforcement. At the end of the day, I think they've started to do a lot of it online, aren't they, now? Where people are being, for some of the stuff that they're being said online, people are being prosecuted. I'm sure they could always find someone if they need to find someone. It's not hard. We have cameras everywhere. So there are stricter measures need to be put in place.
Okay. Well, Emile, what you do with yourself now, apart from sort of being the busy father and sort of telling us all about fantastic campaigns to keep students safe, what are you doing? We want to see you back on the telly. What about a bit of punditry?
I've done a little bit of punditry as well, but I'm currently working with a club in Cyprus, Apollon, Limassol. So I'm working, helping them, consulting them, consulting for them. So it's nice to be back in football and back in something that has given me so much over the years.
Absolutely. Well, like I say, I never thought way back in 1995 I'd be speaking to you, after editing all your best bits, and there were loads of best bits from your career. Emile Heskey, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.